A government official in Equatorial Guinea was arrested a few days ago. And of course, once someone is arrested, what was he arrested for? Misappropriation of funds. And once somebody is arrested for fraud, the next thing they will do is to go for investigation. They want to go and search the person's house. That is done, is normal practice, only for them to get to this young man's house, innocently looking man, and found 400, adult movies. Hey, you already know what adult movies is like. He actually did short pornography by himself. Like every woman he slept with in his house, in his office, was documented. And people were watching the videos. Like the videos were now released online. I don't know who did that. It could be whether it's the investigation team or whatever. They put this man, people's wives, his own cousins, people, that's his friend's wife, I think the president's cousin. So a lot was going on, man. This thing was, a lot of people say they watched the videos, but God knows I can never watch. And the good thing is, I have never ever seen something like that. Like all I explain is like when people are talking about people tape leaking, you never catch me, or I've never even, it never comes my way, because I never click on those kind of things to watch. Because the moment you do that, other ones will be coming. People sat down and watched 400 videos. My God. Anyway, the reason I'm making this story video, before we go to what people were saying on the comment section, the reason I'm making this video is because I want you young girls to know that no matter what happens, whether you're a young girl, whether you are somebody's wife, no matter who you are, and you go to a place to see somebody, and the person says, oh, let me just take a picture of the moment. Even your own husband begins to say, oh, let me take a moment with you, let's snap ourselves doing whatever. Please, tell him no. In fact, if you even think your husband had done it, just excuse him with his phone. Just excuse his phone and tell him you want to do something. Delete that video. Because see, now even if your husband didn't have the intention to put out that clip, it could be your husband's phone got bad and then he took the picture out. He took the picture, that's his phone, out for repairs, and the phone repairer decides to be smart or decides to be wicked to your husband. He now transferred that video to his own phone without the knowledge of your husband or the knowledge of whosoever is doing that. And before you know it, strange people begin to call your husband to say, bring money. Oh. If you don't bring money, I'll lick your wife's body and you. People were making out. And in as much as it's within the confines of marriage, or I don't know the word to use, no man will want to allow the world see his wife in that state. So this guy did all of this. Nobody knows what exactly he stood to gain. In fact, some of the women, he stayed on a lonely road on the express to make out with them. So this story has been trending for the past 3 days. But, I've not really taken my time to want to follow up on this matter, because it's really something that is disgusting but needed to be spoken about, so that other women would take note and do not, will not get into that. When you date a man who is carrying camera about, setting cameras in corner, run for your life. Run. What did I say? Run for your life. Because these people are devilish. We don't know what he's into. We don't know if those are fantasies that, what on earth will make you video you sleeping with your cousin, video yourself sleeping with other women? Could it be that he videos it and keeps it to watch it and masturbates with it? I don't know. Just early this year, somebody in my office called me and said, come and say something. When I got there, I saw a woman in a video touching herself. I told her, who is this? This woman looks like a staff. She said, yes, the woman is a staff. I said, this person is trying to blackmail this woman. Let us go and look for this woman. So she said, okay. So I told her that if she's going to look for this woman, she should use the woman's pictures when she was not in that vulnerable state and look for the woman. So that's what she did, because the person that sent the pictures to her may have gone into either the woman's phone to see that the woman has our office WhatsApp numbers or WhatsApp groups, and he began to circulate this woman's videos. And the funny thing is, when she finally, because I left that day, she finally found the woman and told the woman now thanked her and said this person had a case with her husband or some sort, or her husband is a lawyer and he's the one handling the case. And when the husband's phone had a problem, he took that, those were pictures she took of herself and sent to her husband when the husband was away. I can't remember now what her explanation was, but it was that it was related to a case the husband had handling for some other person, and these other people were guilty, so they were looking for everything. She explained that. So now, this is a woman that used to be very active in the office. She used to be very active. I saw her last week. She was looking withdrawn. Now, she doesn't know I also saw that, because a lot of people in the office saw this woman's nakedness via a video recording. And now this woman does not know who saw her, so she's withdrawn. I saw her, I was like, yeah, this is a woman that is always very active in the office. So please, whatever it is you want to do, whatever fantasies, whatever you think you want to do, please, in the name of God in heaven, stay away. Stay away. So I saw on the blogger posted and said, Kai, that with these women that this thing is flying like this, is beginning to make him think that so many married women are into this. Even if married women are into this, please don't record yourself. For Christ's sake, is it that the man hides the camera and you don't see it? Or what? Don't allow anybody record you. Whether it's your boyfriend, whatever it is, whether you're having a normal conversation, don't allow anybody record you. It doesn't make sense. So, Equatorial Guinea people now are so ashamed. They are disappointed as a government official having sex in the office. It's already gross misconduct. Like gross misconduct. I hear there's this guy that did that thing. He's married, but you see him always carrying women, staying in the office later. Some people do these things. They go into the toilets, they go into so many places and do all of these things. And I'm wondering to myself, to what end? To what end exactly? So, I don't know. You who is watching this video, whether you are a man or a woman, take note. Do not allow anybody take a picture of you. And if you're a married woman, please stay with your husband. And instead of you cheating on your husband, because the kind of women this man was doing this thing with, they were related to the president, they were related to top government officials. How was he able to convince their wives, their relations, and other people's wives? And people were saying that, oh, this man he didn't do it with minors, he did it with adults, consenting adults, therefore it's not a crime, it's not unlawful. But recording people in their vulnerable state is unlawful. Also, sedating people for you to take undue advantage of them is unlawful. I don't know your laws in Equatorial Guinea, but in Nigeria, if you go, even if the person consented and you had to drug the person to be able to sleep with them, it's unlawful, whether they are consenting adults or not. And for the fact that they give you their body to have sex with them, and then you went as far as recording it, is the highest form of infringing on anybody's right. And you need to face the law. You need to face the law straight on. There's no how will I put it? There's no way you want to jump this case. And I'm happy they've investigated him, they've arrested him, they've taken the tapes, but I don't know who took those tapes into social media. It is really sad. This thing is going to break a lot of families. It's going to, because it's not something you will say, oh, that's not my voice note or anything. It's going to break a lot of families. And I think that it's high time people, got satisfied with whatever relationship they decide to, stay with. Do you understand? It's so sad. You guys should stand up and know that you cannot continue like this. You cannot continue like this. You can't. It's really a sad one and a very shameful thing to note.